Hi guys, Tony here, and I think if you look inside the members area, you will see weekly webinars, and also on the Case I Am homepage as well. For the opt-in form there, I've put in there that we're going to be doing sort of 30-minute weekly webinars. And one of the guys that I wanted to get was a guy called Alex Safi, who's the creator of the Stealth Keyword Competition Analyzer tool. But the tool isn't working right now, and I don't want to ask the guy to come in and help while his tool isn't working to give us any advice about keywords and stuff like that. I just don't think it's kind of relevant at the moment. So I'm going to put that back maybe another week or two and see if we can sort out the problems there, because at the end of it, people might want to buy the tool, and there's no point to buy the tool if it's not working. So there's no point in me recommending it to anybody while it's in that situation. But one of the things I've been thinking to do, and I was actually going to put this back to week 4 or week 5, was to do YouTube optimization as far as channel optimization and stuff like that. So what I've decided to do as a bonus this week, I'm going to run through the main points of optimizing a YouTube channel and some of the main points about video marketing, okay? We will revisit this again when we get to week 4 and week 5, but we're going to do some of these things this week as well. And it kind of makes sense in a way because while we're waiting for the site to rank at the moment, I'm not using any banners, I'm not using any adverts, but I do want to start to think about generating income. And one of the easiest and simplest ways to do that is to put a really good quality sort of call to action on the website, a good contact form with a click to call kind of plugin, that kind of thing, and to drive traffic to the website via video, because video kind of ranks quite easily, and you can make a lot of conversions with video if it's done correctly. Now, so far we've got some decent videos. I mean, I'm not going to. I said yesterday it was almost TV quality. I mean, as far as the voiceover, yes, it was, but as far as the images and stuff, no, definitely not. But we can take that further a little bit later once we start to make money. But for now, it's good enough, and it's far better than a lot of the stuff you're seeing being done via Animoto and stuff like that. Because at least we got voiceover, at least we've got somebody talking who's real in the background, and I think that makes all the difference really from people watching an Animoto video that's just got some text and some music in the background. And some of those Animoto videos, although the actual animation and stuff is very professional, very good, but the choice of music some of these guys put on there is quite awful, and I couldn't see any conversions happening with that kind of thing. So anyway, what I want to do right now is just go through the main points of the basics of video optimization using a YouTube channel, okay? And I've sort of highlighted them here. I just sat there and scribbled them down with a notepad file here. And you can see I've got this YouTube channel in the background that I got the guy to do for me from Fiverr. He uploaded 15 videos now. I thought it'd probably be very good for me to try and turn this into the main YouTube channel for the website that I'm trying to promote, even though I've got another channel that is kind of well optimized. But this way you can see exactly how I build it up, and it's going to benefit you in the long run too. So I'm going to include this as the sort of bonus this week, but the actual content of week 3 is going to be when we get our articles back, and what we're going to do with the articles once we get them back, because we've done the site structure. We need to put the articles in, and we'll be doing things each time we're adding an article, and each time an article gets published, there's specific things that we're going to do to help us to rank for the keywords that we've been going after. And again, we'll be looking at site structure and that as well, because we need to make sure our internal linking is working properly, and we need to make sure that we're creating what we call a silo structure in the website. So anyway, back to YouTube optimization and the main points. Well, here's some little notes that I just made now. Now there might be more. I've only done this about 5 minutes ago, and all off the top of my head. Quite often I do that. I'm not that structured when it comes to. I'm not working from a script at any point. I just kind of put these things together off the top of my head. There's not a lot of research being done before I'm creating content. It's just my knowledge from years of experience. But anyway, if you got something to add to this, please feel free to drop us an email, and that would be something that we can put together, and we can put this as a PDF, and we can make this like a step-by-step and a cheat sheet, if you like. And that would be good. That would be good and useful to everybody else, and you can even give that to outsource workers as well. Okay. So anyway, the main points is, well, first of all, and a lot of people don't really talk about this a lot, but YouTube is really Google's main social network, and YouTube is a social network. It has been for a long time, because you've got things like likes and comments and favorites and friends and things like that. It is actually a social network. And although the introduction of Google Plus is kind of taking that another level with Google, and that will probably grow, and it looks like it could do pretty well for them. I think that YouTube is going to be very, very hard for them to beat as their main social network. I just can't see it happening. It's just too important. And you know, the thing is, it's the second largest search engine in the world. There's more searches on YouTube more than anywhere else. As far as maybe Facebook, actually, maybe Facebook might have more searches, but as far as searching for particular keywords and stuff like that, I think you'll find that YouTube is more or less like a search engine, and the second largest in the world right now. And some statistics I read a while ago, I think it was either 66 or 67% of people prefer video to articles or reading. So that's an important point, and really important when it comes to thinking about conversions too, because if you can get into the top 10, and videos do tend to rank a lot easier, if you get into top 10, maybe even sitting at page number 3 or number 4 or number 5, if somebody sees a video on the page, that they're kind of likely to click through on it, as long as your headline is good enough. So you need to have your headline that's going to be something like a call to action in there, or something that makes people curious enough to, you know, want to view the video. The other good thing to remember there is that if you get people clicking through to the video, often, if you've done your optimization right, it won't just be the YouTube video that is ranking there. It's quite often, it's quite common to see a YouTube video, maybe a Vimeo video, but also your own website video too. It is kind of common, but you just got to get the optimization right, and I'll show you how to do that later as well. Google uses speech-to-text recognition software, which is why we used the subtitles the other day when we uploaded the actual script that we're given to the voiceover guy. So that's what I'm going to have to do when I'm building this channel. I'm going to have to add that script in, but because it's the same script for all of those videos, I'm only going to add it in one, and I'm going to make one of them my main YouTube video. And what we will do is we're going to create some playlists and stuff like that as well, which we'll cover in a minute too. And yeah, YouTube ads, if you want to, this is a good way to try and monetize from this point actually, because you can set up, and I will show you how to do this. I'm going to do a live one. You can set up adverts and you can set it to be like 0.01 cent per click and stuff like that. Not 0.01 cent, but you know, 1 cent per click, so $0.01 I should have said. Yeah, 1 cent per click, but you know, it's okay to go up to maybe 5 or 10 cents per click, because chances are you might not have a lot of competitors, because a lot of people, believe it or not, are just not using it. Facebook is a great place to go and get low-cost PPC ads, and stumble upon you will never pay more than 5 cents. So you know, and there's a lot of good alternative places to go and get ads done relatively cheaply, where you can set your budget and you won't be afraid to lose a lot of money while you're building up the SEO side of things. And it's a good way to try and do things as well if you want to try and generate some quick cash. But we're not really set up right now as far as a landing page, and that's what I want to be working on as well at the beginning of next week. At the moment, it's all about creating the foundation, and it's all about getting the content, and while we're waiting the content coming back, the next step would be to make the site a little bit more visitor friendly, shall I say, instead of thinking just about the search engines as we're doing right now. Okay, so the main points of optimization in the YouTube channel is the amount of video views you got, the amount of comments you got on your videos, the amount of likes and favorites you've got on your videos too. But there's also a thing called channel views, and you can get subscribers, which is really important. Channel comments is very good, and channel friends is very good too. The thing is, if you get your channel information maxed out, and I'm going to cover that in the part 2 of this video, we will go through each part of it, but if you get your channel info maxed out, you will get a lot of people, you'll attract a lot of people coming to you and friending you as well. So you don't really need those softwares that go and find people. You can let it happen naturally and people will come to you. You just got to let them in. And what I do is I'll let them comment and everything else. It doesn't bother me at all for a channel like this. It really doesn't bother me at all. Even let them leave the links, it doesn't bother me. It just makes it makes me look like I've got an active social network going on here, and that's going to be good for optimization too. The other key things to think about is you've got to put your tags in inverted commas. So if you're going to use keyword phrases instead of just like singular keywords, they need to be inverted commas. Otherwise, Google will turn them into like single words. And it's better if you put them in order of importance. So if my first keyword here was accident claims, then I need to put accident claims in inverted commas first before I did anything like compensation claims or any other kind of keyword phrase afterwards. Okay. Use of the URL in the description is very, very important. It's the first thing that should go in there, but the next most important thing in the description is to have your keyword in there. And what I usually do, because your keyword should always be in your title and in your description, what I usually do is have the keyword in the title, and then I take the title of the actual video and I put that directly under the URL. So the URL goes in first in the description, and we put the keyword, the actual title with the keyword in it, right underneath that URL, so that way that we can start to build a description properly. We've covered both aspects there. Now, I've seen people doing descriptions using LSI keywords. I've seen people doing it by adding in eSign articles and stuff like that. I've got a slightly different way of doing it. I think it makes more sense. I think it's more user friendly, and I'm going to cover that when we actually start going in. You can watch me building one live, and you can just copy that and give it to an outsourcer if that's what you want to do. Okay. Another thing is, another few important points, you can send bulletins. If I just show you over here, you can post a bulletin. Now if I've got, say for example, I've got 365 subscribers, if I send a bulletin to them, it's like an instant message, and I can put the YouTube URL in here. That's going to get my YouTube URL into 365 other channels. Okay, that gives me 365 internal links. And there's a way that I'm going to show you as well when we actually start building, how to go and find high page rank YouTube channels that we can go and leave comments on, maybe on videos and stuff like that. So some of those pages have actually got page rank 5 or 6 or etc., and I'll show you how we search for them. I'll show you a quick way of doing it. And if you can get some of those kind of people as subscribers, then that's really, really good, because every time you send a bulletin, you're immediately getting a page rank 5 or page rank 6 internal YouTube backlink, if that's the right way to put it. And that's quite kind of powerful as well. And the most common way really of optimizing any sort of YouTube videos is mainly done by bookmarking. And I think there's other things that we can do as well beyond just the the usual bookmarking, where we go and get 25 bookmarks done. I think when we do this, we need to be using things like Dig and Stumble Upon and Delicious and a little bit more, and that's when we use Fiverr, so that we can go and get maybe like 25 votes and stuff like that. So we can maybe take it to another level as far as using those social networks themselves, or those social bookmarking sites themselves, because they do have a lot of clout when it comes to search engine ranking. And if your video takes off with them, you can drive a lot of traffic to your site from those kind of sites, especially Dig. I mean, I think it's happened to us once or twice with Dig, but not yet with Stumble. And it's something that I would like to go and investigate more after I've sort of completed this course. It's something that I really do want to get into, because the social media links are getting bigger these days, and it's something that we really need to be looking at. We will go into that more in detail in later weeks, and we'll also be getting into Facebook and Twitter more in detail in later weeks as well. So these things are more and more important now after these sort of Panda updates and stuff. And I know that people are saying that stickability is really important. Well, what better way to get people to stick on your site than have a good quality video that makes them want to sit and watch and stay on your site, for a few minutes more. And while they're doing that, they might notice something else. Okay, so we covered the internal links from relevant channel. Now, if you can get internal YouTube links by doing more YouTube channels yourself, then you can create